Hello and welcome to Smart Agriculture. I am Vivian Fernandez. In this series, we are talking about getting more from less. Less fertilizer, less chemicals, less pesticides, less human effort, less land, and above all, less water. Traditional agriculture is a water-guzzling activity, and water is a cause of bitter disputes between countries and Indian states. But it is possible to do high-yielding agriculture with frugal use of water. For this episode, we travel to water-challenged Maharashtra and the rather curiously named Jalgaon to see for ourselves how a company with foresight has managed to popularize a water-saving technology by converting it into a productivity-enhancing tool.
Scenes like this are common in the poor parts of Delhi, and they tell us how little we need to get on by. Delhi has enough, but cannot assure round-the-clock water supply because a large volume is lost to leakages. And there are neighborhoods that splurge while others skimp. This is the story also of our countryside. Flood irrigation is still the norm in agriculture, and in many parts we are depleting water as if it were an inexhaustible resource. Frugality in water use in agriculture may be forced on us if we do not practice it out of choice. Gandhi epitomizes frugality and life in harmony with nature. Bhavarlal Jain regards him as his guide. He even has a museum called Gandhi Tirth in Jalgaon near Aurangabad in North Maharashtra. Jawaharlal Nehru and J.R.D. Tata are his other lodestars. It is an unlikely combination, but their place in Jain's pantheon is thought out, not whimsical.
Gandhiji, how to live, Nehruji, how to dream, and J.R.D. Tata, how to do business with a social conscience.
Bhavarlal Jain can be regarded as one of the entrepreneurs who made India. They are people who chase and shape transformative ideas well ahead of their time. The idea of drop-by-drop or drip irrigation clicked with Jain at a trade exhibition in the United States. He saw a future for it in Maharashtra, where less than a fifth of the land is irrigated. Micro-irrigation was not a new concept. A few companies were engaged in it, but it had not caught the imagination of the country nor of the government, which was reluctant to release foreign exchange, so Jain could buy the technology.
I remember a dialogue I had with the government officer who was concerned with my file to sanction $30,000 as a technology fee. And he said, Mr. Jain, what are you talking about giving $30,000? Big money in those days. And you are saying that you will save water. But we are not importing water, so why should you be talking about saving of water?
Tenu Borle is one of those who reimagined life because of Jain's pioneering enterprise. He is another Indian who started life after matriculation as a chai seller in the village square. Today, he counts his annual earnings in tens of millions of rupees. As a banana grower, he has climbed up the social ladder and made the transition from being patronizingly called Tenya to a respectful Tenu Seth. Borle was an early convert to drip irrigation. From 2,000 plants in 1990, he now has 72,000 plants on 60 acres of owned and leased land. His annual income is not less than 1.5 crore rupees.
ड्रिप से शुरुआत की समझो, ड्रिप से शुरुआत की तो बिना ड्रिप से पहले इतना पौधा बड़ा नहीं होता था. अभी ड्रिप से शुरुआत करने के बाद में इतना बड़ा पौधा आता है, क्वालिटी भी आ जाती है उससे. क्वालिटी आ जाती है तो रेट भी अच्छे मिल जाता है समझो बाज़ार में. और फर्टिगेशन डेली फर्टिगेशन करने से ना एवरेज भी ठीक आता है.
Elo Seth is a draw among farmers. He is known after his initials, which appropriately resonate with the yellow peel of the fruit he produces. Lakshman Onkar Chaudhary is a crorepati farmer who turned to agriculture because a diploma in education did not fetch him a school teacher's job. A banana grower for 40 years, he shifted out of flood and furrow irrigation in 1989 and was among the first crop of farmers to adopt drip irrigation. From 4 barren acres to begin with, he now grows the fruit on about 200 acres of owned and leased land.
एक ही मोटर पर दुगनी केली लगाई और दुगनी फसल भी आई और पहले हम 2 साल में एक फसल लेते थे, फिर भी उसमें 65% ही केली कट जाती थी। अभी हमारी केली 100% कट जाती है और 1-2 साल में 2 फसल हम लेते हैं, आराम से मिलता है।
There is more to drip irrigation than installing the apparatus of pumps, pipes and nipples. It means unlearning wisdom handed down from father to son, questioning tradition. They say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Once people start interrogating received certitudes, there is no stopping them from asking why not. Why not use the drip system to apply dissolved fertilizer drop by drop, a process known as fertigation? Why not keep fewer hands on a banana bunch and get bigger fruit that customers prefer? Why not use cloned test tube tissue culture plants instead of disease-prone conventional rhizomes or suckers of uncertain yield?
It is the mindset, sir. That is one. And second thing is, people are very conservative. So willingness to change is also a question. Means they are not willing to change fast, and they are more looking at this as a source of livelihood. They are not looking at agriculture as a business, nor they are looking or treating agriculture as science. So the result is that they are not adopting, they are not moving from traditional methods to modern methods.
For this farmer, making the switch meant negotiating a personal dilemma. A graduate in computer science, he fell back on farming when a 3-year search did not get him a job. Pretty hard up himself, he wanted to take a bet on tissue culture and get the best out of the drip system his father had already installed. He would be the first in the village to do so, and a wrong move could push the large joint family of 12 persons deeper into debt. But the gamble paid off when his 1,700 tissue culture plants yielded the same as double the number of conventional plants. His annual savings from 10 acres of bananas are in the range of 25 lakh rupees, and other youth in the village have taken after him.
इनके ऊपर ऐसा असर पड़ा कि भाई ये जो बीएससी करके खेती कर रहा है आदमी, तो जो अभी जो पढ़ रहा है वो भी सोच रहे हैं कि अपन भी खेती करेंगे.
The transformation of lives by companies like Jain Irrigation is not altruism. It is enlightened self-interest that creates shared prosperity. Jain Irrigation must ensure its farmer customers prosper for them to buy its products. It is integrated with them through the banana crop cycle, from saplings to a limited buyback of fruit for processing. At this facility, it produces 60 million tissue culture plants of high-yielding Grand Naim, a Honduran variety imported from Israel in the early 1990s. The 10-month tissue culture plantlings sell for 13 rupees each, 4 times more than conventional rhizomes, but demand exceeds supply. It aggressively promotes drip irrigation by installing the systems on farms at half the cost and claiming the other half as subsidy on behalf of the farmers from the government. It is a business model it has discontinued after delays affected cash flows severely. Agronomic practices, continually improved through research, help farmers get the most out of their banana crops.
When the drip irrigation started in 1988, the first trial we conducted, and nobody was believing that we can grow banana by this drop by drop of water, because it is beyond the imagination of the farmers. So the main role played by the drip irrigation in the increment in production and productivity of banana here, because drip irrigation apply water not to the soil, it apply water to the crop.
Companies become engines of change when driven by individuals with passion, knowledge and desire for social good, like KB Patil, who is affectionately ribbed as Kela Becho Patil. A doctorate in banana cultivation, he has been at it for 21 years. His ardour undimmed. Under his watch, Jalgaon grows bananas that yield fruit in 1 year instead of 18 months and have a 3-year life cycle. Dense planting, wind barriers around plantations and drip irrigation create the required high humidity within plantations absent in hot and dry Jalgaon. Planting in April instead of June enables the best use of monsoon rains. The application of nutrients in varying combinations and doses depending on weather and growth stage is another innovation.
देश के उत्पादन में 16% का हिस्सा लेके चल रहा है। हम बगीचे देखें, इतने अच्छे बगीचे हैं। क्यों है कि जितना टेम्परेचर बढ़ेगा तो उतना प्लांट में रेजिस्टेंट निर्माण करने के लिए या प्लांट में ऐसा मैकेनिज्म निर्माण करने के लिए उसको बैलेंस न्यूट्रिशन की जरूरत है। यदि आज टेम्परेचर 47 हुआ है तो हम हमारे किसान को बोलते हैं कि आप पोटेशियम 1 kg से आज बढ़ा दो।
India is the world's largest banana producer, though it ranks low as an exporter. Maharashtra is the second largest producer, and if Jalgaon district were a state, it would rank 5th in production. It produces 3/4 of Maharashtra's output. Within Jalgaon, talukas like Raver are almost entirely banana country. Maharashtra ranks high in productivity at 23 tons per acre against the national average of 15 tons. But those who adopt the combination of drip irrigation, fertigation and tissue culture, that is, those who use drip irrigation as a productivity enhancing tool, get 40 tons per acre or a net income of about 2.5 lakh per acre. Yet, despite the incentives and the marketing, the adoption rate of drip irrigation is still low in the country.
The adoption is higher in the western part of India, where the water availability is low, followed by south, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Now Rajasthan has also started coming up, but north, east and northeast continue to be very slow.
The National Mission on Plastics in Agriculture in the 80s gave the impetus for irrigation, particularly drip irrigation, which allows large areas to be watered at once. Drip pipes can be put on uneven land and they can cope with interruptions in power supply and labor shortage. But India has only 8% of irrigated areas, or less than 2 million hectares under drips and sprinklers, while other countries are far ahead. Within India, a few states lead. Does drip irrigation help raise the groundwater table? One cannot say with certainty. The latest official data of 2009 classifies banana growing Raver and Yaval talukas as overexploited groundwater areas. To make a difference, clusters of farmers must adopt technology, and this is where the government must step in.
Yes, the government must play a facilitative role for smart agriculture to happen. We slip into a break. When we return, why Maharashtra has made it mandatory for sugarcane growers to use water-saving technology. Rice and cane are water-guzzling crops. Rice is grown in paddies with standing water. These emit methane, which is an earth-warming gas. Scientists say that the standing water is actually meant to kill weeds. Sugarcane is an efficient converter of solar energy. Here in Sangli, farmers have demonstrated it can be an efficient user of water as well. I have with me one of those progressive farmers, Sanjeev Mane Asta, who has been able to achieve high yields. Mane Sahab, namaskar.
नमस्ते।
Mane Sahab, आपका इस खेत का क्या खासियत है?
शुरू में 22 टन तक पर एकड़ का यील्ड मिलता था, लेकिन अभी इस ज़मीन के खासियत से अभी मैं 116 टन पर एकड़ इतना यील्ड इस साल लिया है।
तो आप इतना ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन ले रहे हैं, ये कैसे ले रहे हैं आप?
पूरा टेक्निक्स है जो विद्यापीठ में हमको एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में जो नया टेक्निक्स आया है उसका हम यूज़ यहाँ करते हैं और उस हिसाब से हमको ये सब मिल रहा है।
यहाँ पे पानी की कमी नहीं है।
वैसे तो पानी बहुत है हमारे यहाँ, क्योंकि हमारे इस गांव के लिए 2 नदियाँ हैं, रिवर्स है, जो एक का नाम है कृष्णा करके है और दूसरे है वो वारना करके है। पानी बहुत मिलता है हमको। दूसरी बात, हमारे यहाँ कोऑपरेटिव वाटर सोसाइटीज़ है।
तो आप पहले यहाँ पे फ्लड इरिगेशन करते थे?
हम तो पहले बहुत फ्लड इरिगेशन करते थे और बहुत ज़्यादा पानी देते थे। हमारे एक ऐसा कहना था, हमारे जो बुज़ुर्ग लोग थे उन्होंने बताया था कि शुगर केन को अगर आप पानी में खड़े करेंगे तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा यील्ड देगा और पैसा भी बहुत देगा करके। हमने बहुत साल ऐसा ट्राई किया, 2-3-4 साल ऐसा ट्राई किया, शुगर केन में पानी बहुत छोड़ते रहे, उसको पानी में खड़ा करके देखा, लेकिन एंड में ऐसा ध्यान में आ गया कि कर्जा बहुत बढ़ रहा है, पैसा नहीं मिल रहा है उसमें। एक ध्यान में आ गया कि पानी ज़्यादा देने से शुगर केन का यील्ड बढ़ता नहीं है।
तो आप वाटर मैनेजमेंट कैसे करते हैं?
1996 में पहले मैंने ड्रिप इरिगेशन बिठाया, तब से आज तक मेरा पूरा लैंड जो है वो ड्रिप इरिगेशन पे है। और ड्रिप इरिगेशन में भी जितना रिक्वायरमेंट शुगर केन के लिए पानी का है उतना ही पानी हम ड्रिप इरिगेशन से देते हैं।
For Mane, WhatsApp is an outreach tool. He posts messages almost every day on ways to improve cane productivity to about 5,100 followers, up from 300 when he started in February 2014. Mane says their productivity has risen considerably after following his advice. Here in Ahirwadi village, farmers have a problem of plenty. The water table is so high because of the topography that the soil has turned saline.
यहाँ का जो वाटर होता है वह भी सॉल्टी होता है। यहाँ के वाटर से खेत में अनाज नहीं आता और पूरा खेत यानी लैंड हमारी डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाती है, इसलिए हमें कृष्णा रिवर से ही अच्छा पानी लाना पड़ता है।
So about 100 small farmers, owing as many acres, formed a water cooperative to pool money and bring water from a river 6 kilometers away at an investment of 1,65,000 rupees an acre. To conserve water, they are all on drip. What they did out of choice has become mandatory in this state, which grows cane in areas that are not suitable for cane.
सरकार ने नया रूल लाया है परसों ही, अगर 2017 तक अगर आप ड्रिप नहीं करोगे तो आपकी जो वाटर का आप रिवर से उठाते हैं उसका जो कॉस्टिंग होगा वो 500% तक बढ़ेगा।
My takeaway from this episode is that farmers are willing to adopt change if they see gains in it. It takes enlightened corporates to initiate innovative change and to sustain it, and governments can help with supportive policies. That is all in this episode of Smart Agriculture. We'll be back with another. Till then, goodbye and take care.